Respected friends, one more day. Let us sit together, starting to remind ourselves of our 11 beautiful qualities and 6 remembrances of the sources and invocations of the blessings. Before we do what we do every day, the study of this great Smruti Shastra. The 11 identities in us are the Loka Sevaka, the Dharma Samsthavaka, the Viragi. 3. Then the Shishya Bhakta Mumukshu. 6. Jignasu Shrota Sadhaka. 9. Then an active dynamic person. 10. An inspired person. 11. In that active dynamism is hard work. Such as, let us see how consciously, concentratedly, with full faith, can remember Shruti Mata in our Hridaya, express gratitudes and prayers to continue informing us, inspiring us about Sadhya Sadhana. Let us see, can we remember our Acharyas, our Gurus, the Guru Parampara, the Guru Tattva? Can we pray to them to guide us continuously with their experience, kindness, love, etc. on this path of moksha? Can we remember in our heart all the Devata Gana? Pray to them to continue empowering us. Can we remember the Adi Parashakti Mata asking her to give us only the Shuddha positive Prakriti, which helps us in pursuing the moksha purushartha? We don't want the negative prakriti which binds us. So to the all pervading Brahma Tattva, who is our, which is our goal, can we seek the blessings of that Brahma Tattva to reveal to us that experience which is our own essential self. May we all become more and more clear in all these understandings and pursuits. Wonderful is this Shastram, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayam, 17th Sarga of Nirvana Prakaranam, Trishna, Asha, Kamana, Chinta, Bhanga, Nirupanam. Bhagwan Rama is doing for all of us. Is only depicting with what inner ability to think and understand, with what inner dissatisfaction or detachment for the world, that one becomes Krupa Patra of the Gurus to get taught the Tattva, the moksha giving Tattva. Rama is an example. Like Arjuna was example, Bhagavan himself was the Guru. Here, Bhagavan is an example. Vashishtha are the Gurus to teach to the qualified students the Atma Jnana. Such student alone can receive, use, reach out. Today we'll see those remaining 6 or 7 mantras of 17th Sarga. Let us start. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिम्. Let us remember Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, Valmiki, Rama. Om Yadvakyamritapainam Pratipadam Satyam Sudhanirasa Yadvakyarthavicharana Swargopikara Gruham Yadvani Vishadatma Purna Manasam Tucham Jagat Ulavat Tasmai Shri Gurave Vasishtha Munaye Nityam Namaskurmahe यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् शिश्रुक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटालङ्कारचिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यह सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगत् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वामदेव भरद्वाज वेदव्यासादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ शास्त्रस्य आचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्धिद्वारा मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परादीनां भक्तिज्ञानयोगवेदान्तादि मोक्ष प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणमद् अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां संस्थानाम् आश्रमाणां शिष्य भक्त सेवक उपासकानां च साधकानां च पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति ज्ञानानां प्राप्ति बाह्यभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलना समस्त प्रेरणा स्तोत्र प्राप्ति द्वारा निरंतरं ब्रह्म विद्या निरंतरं सनातन संस्थापने दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिराणां समस्त मंदिराणां समस्त आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयानां पुनरवाप्ति द्वारा तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञादीनां द्वारा समस्त विश्वे धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रचार द्वारा विश्व रक्षणार्थम सनातन धर्म रक्षणार्थम ये सनातन धर्मस्य भारतवर्षस्य शत्रवः तेषां सर्वेषां समूल निर्मूलनार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि प्रणीत योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्यप्रकरणं मङ्गलाचरणश्लोकाः ॐ यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः ॐ अथ सप्तदश सर्गः श्रीराम उवाच So yesterday we were watching shloka number 43. Even 44 we saw, 45 also seen, 46 also. Without explanation, just we browse through it, those four. Then we start studying the last six shlokas. So the 43 may how Trishna is being understood and explained to us by Rama to know how it acts as a Shatru for our Bahya Sukha, Manashanti, Adhyatmika Pragati. 1. Lokoyamakhilam dukkham chintayojjitayojjhati Trishna Vishuchika mantraha Chinta Tyago hi kathyate. So, the Lokoyam Akhilam Dukkham. The entire world is full of dukkha. How? Chintaya ujjitaha ujjhati. Because of being endowed with Nirantara Chinta, it is really becoming restless all the time. This Chinta is the one to begin with, leads to Sankalpa, leads to Kamana, makes that Kamana such a strong Trishna that we forget all nobilities, spiritualities, humanities. We have like Dushta Rakshas or Pashu with Adharma and Papa. So, this is how we suffer. Through the Chinta, Trishna comes, Trishna makes us Dukhi. That is why it is said, Trishna Vishuchika Mantraha. That the medication for this Vishuchika of cholera type of Trishna disease is what? Chinta Tyago hi Katyate. Only thing is, give up the Chinta about the world and worldliness, do the Chintana of Paramatma. Ab dekho, I don't know. Maybe because we studied yesterday or today we have to study that in our today morning's introduction class we have studied this only. We all worry more. From the worry come to the chintanam, contemplation, and then become practical in doing. This is how we get what we want in the outer world and inner world. This is what discussed. So underline the crucial point, understand the crucial thought in it. Ki the Vishaya Chinta makes the Chitta filled with Trishna for the Vishayas. Thereafter, at that very moment you see the Dukkha. है कि नहीं? जैसे मन में चिंता और तृष्णा आ जाता है उसी क्षण हम दुखी हो गए, तब तक शांत थे, सुखी थे. Okay, what do we think is when that kamana or trishna comes, eliminating it by fulfilling it is the remedy to be happy. In this notion we are. That mental notion, misunderstanding, has to be removed only by the intellectual understanding. What intellectual understanding is when we try to remove that kamana, ashar, trishna by fulfilling it. Has it ever gone away? If it has gone away, it should have not come again. But is there anybody in the world whose whichever trishna is fulfilled has not come back? So one understanding is Trishna is not eliminated by fulfilling it. Second understanding is as long as it is there, we are restless dukhi. Third, while fulfilling it, we may end up in doing all papa adharma. Then we have to ask question, what is the answer for it? Answer is that Chinta is leading to Trishna of this Vishayas and Jagat. Therefore, instead of that, do the Chintana of Paramatma. So, Paramatma Chintana leading to the Chinta Tyaga of the Jagat. leading to the giving up of the Trishna. With that, all samsara goes away. Why Paramatma Chintanam? Because with that we get the full infinite Paramatma Anubhuti. Then we will not have any sankalpa again to have any desire or any outward pursuit. So here it is said Chinta Tyaga. It's such a, like in Gita it is said, no, second chapter, Vishaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dehina. Remember throughout life, we have diverted from Paramatma Chintana and entered into the Jagat Chinta and have fallen into the soup of samsara. So, diverting ourselves from the Jagat Chinta and falling into the Paramatma Chintana will make us to fall into the Amruta of the Moksha. अब सोच लो, सूप ऑफ संसार चाहिए या नेक्टर एंड आम्ब्रोशिया ऑफ परमात्मा अनुभूति चाहिए. बस ओनली क्वेश्चन ऑफ चिंता. चिंता ड्रॉप, चिंता ना टेक. इतना ही करो, इतना ही. बट इसमें हाउ मच एवर वी आर इफेक्टिव इन डूइंग इट, टू दैट एक्सटेंट वी आर रिड्यूसिंग आवर संसारा, इंक्रीजिंग आवर साधना. अब 100% चिंतन में लग जाओ भक्ति और योग और ज्ञान साधनाओं के द्वारा, एंड 100% द चिंता द विषय छोड़ो. Suddenly you will see there is no samsara. To recognize this fact, so many hundreds and thousands of lives and listening to satsanga we have to spend. अब क्या करें? वो फिर आवश्यक प्राइज भी है वो. चिंता त्यागो ही तृष्णा विसूचिका मंत्र. We made this chanted yesterday 6 times. Okay. Now again, this Trishna compared with the machili. Trishna matsi. What it does? Out of its appetite or hunger, it goes on biting the stones, the plants, the grass blades, etc. in the river. Karte karte, it catches some flesh for which it is going for. The moment it eats that one, it is caught by the hook of that fisherman's danda. See, Truna Pashana Kashtadi Sarvam Amisha Shankaya Adadana Spurati Ante Trishna Matsi Hrade Yatha. So remember, in the samsara, outside, whichever is enjoyable, desirable, we think all of that is like that small mansaka tukuda, to which the fish of our mind or chitta gets caught up. Thereafter, death is the only next step. All the love we want, all the happiness we want, all the infinitude we want, all the peace we want, it is within ourselves as our own self. May we recognize it. So, this is what we have seen yesterday exhaustively. Third, तो रोगार्ति ही अंगना तृष्णा गंभीरमपि मानवम उत्तानतां नयत्याशु सूर्यांशव इवाम्बुजम. So, Gambhiram Abhimanavam, a man who thinks to be Gambhira with all dignities, with all the studies, with all the maturities, with all the practices of values, even to a great extent, spiritual sadhanas. Even to that person also, this Trishna named Angana, okay, once it comes, what it does it? Uttanatam nayati. From his गंभीर स्थिति of विवेक वैराग्य आध्यात्मिक साधना आदि, उस ध्यान स्थिति से उत्थानता में आती, उसको उठाकर, making him get up from that, it makes that person run. Examples we gave yesterday. Beautifully we are seated for meditation or something. Suddenly some trishna for some or the other indriyam bhoga comes, then we get up and go for it, leaving our puja meditation. Or while doing puja meditation japa only, so beautifully we were focusing on the Lord's name or rupa. Suddenly some Trishna comes. So from that concentration and devotion, sitting of the Lord, we get up heart in heart, in the mind only, go for that manorajya. Is it not? Isn't it? Therefore, beautiful sadhana here is indicated, or very important thought is conveyed here is how much gambhira we are in our self discipline, in our value system, in our adhyatmika sadhana is not important. What is important is have we successfully, intelligently, curbed totally, suppressed totally, eliminated totally the Trishna with its root or not. Isn't it? Like in any of the medical field, from the root the disease has to be removed, else it will relapse how much ever we appear to be healthy. Isn't it? Ordinary diseases ठीक है, relapsed next time you become careful, take double dose, थोड़ा ठीक होएगा. But some disease like cancer, one part you cure it, even though you think you have recognized at first stage, some other part it comes. How difficult it becomes, you know. If properly not treated, थोड़ा छोड़ दिया, कीमो वीमो नहीं किया properly, it comes. So you can compare that विषुचिका से तो compare किया ही है. We can compare with cancer also. This Trishna. Now we are the best example for us for this. We are so honest, we are so sincere, so beautiful we are. That every day we come, sit in the class, which no millions of people can't do that one. We do our upasana, japa, puja. कितना मजेदार है हमारा गंभीरता इन चीजों में. But still, have we experienced the self? Have we established deep sadhanas? Have we freed ourselves from these samsara clutches? No. Why? That Trishna still is there, which is making we, the Gambhira people, utthana from this Gambhira sthiti and get lost into worldliness samsara as if we are ordinary than the ordinary people. Even though we are studying all Shastras, our involvements, indulgences in the world are so lowest. कौन हमको इस उत्तम स्थिति से उत्थान करा रहे हैं? तृष्णा. So recognize it, isn't it? At initial stages, how many negativities we have is not important. At least few positive we are practicing or not. Later on, how many positives we are doing is not important. Have all the negatives gone away or not? That is important. The root cause of all negatives are Trishna. Okay, and again, remember, only because of Aviveka, born from that is Moha. First, we become a Jiva, identify the Upadhis. Second, we create the project, the world. Third, we give reality, enjoyment to the world. Four, we allow the mind to create Trishna Vrittis in it. Other than that, there is no world at all. It is everything is Paramatma. The trick in the mind to project the world, make it real, create desire for it. If you can understand it, आधा battle हो गया. Remaining आधा, therefore slowly reduce तृष्णा by doing चिंतन of परमात्मा. बस निरंतर परमात्मा चिंतन में. Done. Third one was रोगार्थी. अभी तो यही देखा. Next 46 I am seeing. अंतः शून्या ग्रंथिमत्यः दीर्घस्वाङ्कुरकण्टकाः मुक्तामणिप्रिया नित्यं तृष्णा वेणुलता इव. So Venulata means sequence of the bamboos. So Trishna is like the bamboo only compared. Antashunya. Inside it is empty. We showed yesterday. After fulfilling Trishna, any desire other than that temporary pleasure followed by tiredness, exhaustion, guilt, regret, weakness, falling low in our opinion, or distracted from the higher path. और क्या है इस तृष्णा फुलफिलमेंट में? It's called antah shunya. Second one is what? Granthimatyaha. So the Granthimati means it is endowed with the Granthis of tied with the Jada Vastus of the world. Granthi. है ना? Because Trishna for Paramatma liberates us. It is a Trishna for the Jada Vastus which is acting like Granthi and tying us down to the samsara. वो ग्रंथिमति है ये तृष्णा. Third one is दीर्घ स्वांकुर कंटकाः. So the dirga so ankura kantakaha. In this Trishna, bamboo, its own ankura are very sharp, like the thorns they pierce. So from the Trishna born, the chintas, worry, anxiety. From the Trishna born, raga for the things and beings which are expected to fulfill our Trishna. And from the Trishna is born the Dvesha from that to that person or thing which has not fulfilled or became obstruction in the fulfillment of Trishna. All of them are called Swa Ankura Kantaka. मतलब उस तृष्णा से ही जनित है ये राग कहो द्वेष कहो चिंता कहो जो कंटक के समान लाइक ए कांटा से goes on binding piercing us giving us dukha. So swa ankura dirgha and swa ankura dirgha, isn't it? These ankuras of dvesha raga, so long they persist. Sometimes though throughout life we do dvesha to someone. He may be father, mother, brother, sister. We have obstructed the trishna of our some money or anything. कोई कोई घर में ना जिंदगी भर भाई भाई बात नहीं करते. Like Shatru they behave. Because somebody's trishna other has thwarted. And what was the trishna in that fellow? He wants the whole money of father, mother only for himself. He doesn't want even little also to give it to his brothers. The other brother said, how can it be? I also need money. So honestly, what is his share he took. But the other one prompted by his wife, isn't it? Imagining that everything is ours. When it was not succeeded, then Trishna thwarted toward that brother throughout life. तुम्हारा हमारा संबंध नहीं. अरे दीर्घ बता रहे, दीर्घ द्वेष. And dirgha raga also. Raga is what? From some source we got sukha happiness and we want that source to give us sukha happiness throughout long time. Raga. We have studied all that in Yoga Darshanam. Sukhanushayi ragaha, dukkhanushayi dveshaha, and a pancha klesha definitions. You're all masters of kleshas. है कि नहीं? है, बहुत है हमारे पास, मैं भी हूँ. सो अंत शून्य ग्रंथिमति, देन दीर्घ स्व अंकुर कंटका, देन मुक्ता मणि प्रिया. सो व्हाट इज मुक्ता मणि प्रिया? A vichitra glittering thoughts in it, because of which there is a fascination, preeti for the vishayas outside. Mukta mani priya, बढ़िया है कि ना comparison. A glittering thought in the mind, a sensational thought in the mind, in which there is a preeti, love for the objects. वहाँ जाएंगे तो मजा रहेगा, ये खाएंगे तो मजा रहेगा, वो पाएंगे तो मजा रहेगा. This Vishaya Asakti is like the Muktamani. In this Trishna named bamboo, near which I told you bamboo's grooves grow in the watery places. So at the feet of it, at that root of it, you can see all these mothers of pearls. So विषयों के प्रति एक आशा की they give a sukha. It will be so beautiful, wonderful. That thought is there with this Trishna. So these are the four things. Antashunya Granthimati, Dirga Swankura Kantaka, Muktamani Priya, Nityam, always. This Trishna Venulata Iva. So therefore, be careful about this Trishna. And the other things which are said, which will be said in the future also. How the mind loses all its calmness, coolness. Abhidavadaya Uttaratam Nayati. How much mind gets disturbed and all. Suddenly we give over importance to people with ragam, or we start getting frustrated in their presence with dvesham. सारे तृष्णाएं कर रहा है. ये पूरा इतना अच्छा भगवत रूपी जगत को अच्छा एंड बुरा रूप में who is dividing is our own Trishnas. The whole world is one Paramatma. There is nobody good, nobody bad. But for us, those are good who fulfill our Trishna, and bad those who don't. So raga for them, dvesha for them. Why? Clear? Now, solution is told in one shloka, which was said above also. Aho bata mahat chitram trushnamapi mahadhiyah duschedamapi kruntandi vivekena Beautiful. Like first chapter Gita, last shloka. Last but Arjuna says, Aho bata mahat papam kartum yavasita vayam yat rajya sukalobena hantum swajanam udyataha. यदिमाम अप्रतीकारम अशस्त्रम शस्त्रपाणे धार्तराष्ट्रः रणे हन्यो तन्मे क्षेमतरम भवेत. First chapter 46 shloka. Aho bata. I'm just telling that. Aho bata. Here also aho bata. Oh Ascharyam. It is indeed. Mahachitram. Very Ascharya it is. Rama is, playing with the मजा कर रहे हैं. Mahachitram. There is a surprise in this world. There are very some rare Mahadhiya, very highly evolved, intellected people. What are they doing? Tushnam api. Duschedam api. That api word is 2 times used here. Tushnam api, duschedam api. Kruntanti. They cut and throw away. How? Vivekena amala asina. Somewhere they got that pure, sharpened, well prepared sword named Viveka, that is impossible to cut. This Trishna को they have cut and thrown away. What an आश्चर्य. मतलब क्या हुआ? जनरली तो लोग तो तृष्णा के गुलाम हो जाते हैं. They become victim by that. But there are some people. So by saying that way, he is just giving us a sadhana also. Then as if putting the question in this world sabha of so many people, is there anybody who is Mahadhiwala? जिन्होंने with this sharpened Mahasi called Viveka have removed Trishna from their mind. He is questioning, is there anybody? Hai to congrats, it's good for you, not to prove to anyone. So to sadhana is what? Vivekena amala asina. The unbiased discrimination and thinking and contemplation. So, by this, what we are studying? Viveka Vairagya. Aviveka, Ragadvesha or Trishna. When there is no Viveka, called Aviveka Sthiti, Trishna leading to Ragadvesha and Samsara. When Viveka comes, then Trishna is removed because Viveka leads to Vairagya. Vivekena Amala Asina Mahadiyaha Duschedamapi Trishnamapi Kruntanti. That's why, morning also Isana, continuously increase that Viveka Shakti. Pause. Just because Vasanas and mind together are projecting some desires, we need not just fulfill them habitually. And Aviveki does like that. Viveki pauses. जरूरत है क्या इसका? इससे फायदा कितना, लॉस कितना? As said in English, pros and cons. तेलुगु में बढ़िया है इसके लिए एक शब्द. Anything in the world, they say, keenchi melenchali. Means what? First, with those things or involvements, how many losses we incur? Well, uska list banao. Then how many profits? Then, even if the profits are more than losses, don't go for it. Then there are 0 losses, 100 profits, then only go for it. Why that? When you see the profits first, profits means sukha, bhoga, pleasure. We get blindfolded by that. Then we stop thinking about the consequences negative also of that. Then, because of seeing only positive, we go for it, blinded in ourselves of not seeing the negative coming from it. But actually, when you possess it, we get all that negative also, isn't it? Two coins, two sides are there for every coin. पहले उससे नुकसान क्या है देखो. And if you are a spiritual person, you can more vividly see in this world every involvement, every trishna is dukkadayaka only. That is what is taught in last 40 slokas. Then let us say no to it. This is called as amala viveka, unbiased, pure viveka. Means profits, cons means consequences. Obviously the negative. तो कीड़ू मेलू मीन्स उसके से होने वाला दुख और उससे होने वाला फायदा. And if one is really अमल विवेक वाला ना मुझे हंसी आ रहा है कैसे बताओ एग्जाम्पल. In everything we pursue in this world, there are 70% dukha, 30 only sukha. 30 also reflected sukha. चलो उसको छोड़ देते हैं, सुख मान लो कोई नहीं. Cool, calm, just receive the thought, contemplate on it. It is correct or not. When with Amala Viveka, what is said here, Vivekena Amala Asina. When this Amala Viveka is born in us, don't we see in all these pursuits dukkha only? Let that Amala Viveka become the sword to do the kruntanam, cutting up this Trushna. Other than that, it is Duschedam. All Shastras, Satsangas, Gurus teach us this Viveka. This is the Viveka Chudamani and all. I really loved this shloka. Ahobata Mahachitram Tushnamapi Mahadhiyaha Duschedamapi Krantati Vivekena Amalas. It's actually a solution. Vivekena Amala Asina Krantanti. So let us close eyes. Remember Paramatma, Ishtadevata, Gurus. Ask them to give us that sword of pure Viveka, with which we'll cut asunder and throw away this Duscheda Trishna, so that our heart is so pure and freed from all those impurities and extrovertedness. Now, any of spiritual sadhana, Vedanta, Jnana, Bhakti, Yoga, which will allow you can revel in the sadhana doing itself, because the Trishna negativity is not pulling us back again and again. काम क्वाइट हो गया अंतकरण. अब कितना मजा यू विल एंजॉय डूइंग, वी एंजॉय द रिजल्ट ऑल्सो. अब क्या है ना, आवर प्रॉब्लम इज वी आर सिंसियर रिगार्डिंग sadhanas, but equally loyal we are to all these trishnas, therefore they are pull us back. Like the Indian Janta, most of them, mainly the Hindus, they love India, they love Bharat Mata, they love the Indian culture, Sanatana Dharma. But बेवकूफ है कि they vote for them ignorantly. Those who are never Indian, never patriotic, never Hindu, therefore never loving the Sanatana Dharma or Bharat Mata. वो मूर्खता है. Ours is Bharat Mata. If you love India, how can all these people who hate Indian culture, Sanatana Dharma, come to power? Why are you giving them power? This is what is going on happening last 60 years. Happened, at least now open the eyes. 10 years okay, but not sufficient. Throughout thousands of years, Hindus should be careful not to vote for anyone who destroy our Sanatana Dharma. सोच लो, सनातन खड़ा है तो इंडिया खड़ा रहेगा, इंडिया खड़ा है तो दुनिया खड़ा रहेगा. You understood? If Sanatan was gone, India gone, the whole world's all beauty is gone. It becomes a jungle-like place where all will behave like animals to kill each other, eat each other. Very sublime thoughts we are sharing there. Keep it in mind. Here also, spiritual, personal life maybe, we vote for that Krishna. Therefore, such a beautiful, all our spiritual सिंसियर साधनास we make them neutral. अब करे क्या? सोच लो. Done. अहोबत महच्चित्रम तृष्णामपि महाधियः दुश्चेदामपि कृन्तन्ति विवेकेन अमल असिना. So by that unbiased, amala means unbiased. Viveka means discrimination. Asina, let that become the sword. Then that Trishna, because it leads to only dukkha, then we can give it up. That giving it up is called kruntanam. अब हो गया, माइंड शुद्ध हो गया. नो मोर एंटेंगलमेंट्स फॉर द वर्ल्ड, ओनली आध्यात्मिक साधना एंड जीवन. भगवान वेरी सून टोटली the total kruntanam of Trishna happen in the heart for any of the Vishayas, for any of the Sukha or Bhoga or name and fame or anything of the world from the root. So that not even one moment or one thought is wasted for worldliness. Oh Lord, please say Tathastu. And say Tathastu for one more thing, that every moment, every ounce of energy, every thought is only to reach you, only to serve you. भगवान, we are giving a chance to help us. इस मौके का फायदा उठाइए भगवान. फ्री लाइसेंस दे रहे हैं आपको. I know in all those shopping malls or everywhere, sales वर्ल्ड में दीपावली धमाका ऑफर होता है, दशहरा धमाका ऑफर होता है, isn't it? युगादि अब आ रहा है, नया साल, रामनवमी ऑफर. तो इन दोज 5 days 70-60% रिबेट होता है चीज़ों में, तो खरीद लो. So to Bhagavan, because we are studying this topic, giving you a dhamakedar chance by praying to you sincerely, both the things. Give such a amala viveka that final trishna also is cut thrown asunder, that not even one thought, one ounce of energy, one moment also we are not wasting in using it for the worldliness, and all our thoughts, energies, moments are only for you. We want it immediately, tatastu kaho. See, once we are praying this, at the time of prayer itself is such a relaxation. And if it is from the core of heart, and Lord recognizes it, and He says tathastu, then total vairagya we got from all the raga dveshas. Ha ha, kya ananda hai. That is the discovery of real joy and peace in our life. Then make it eternal by recognizing the eternal inner self. So, Viveka Amala Asi, the pure sword of Viveka, to do the Kruntanam, cutting asunder of this Duscheda Trushna. Whoever have got that, they are called Mahadhiyaha. So, Mahadhi is, they thought of having Viveka Vairagya, they try themselves best, and they even pray to God to bless. Such are called Mahadhiyaha. May it come to us very soon, immediately. Next, 47 is over. We have 5 more slokas. 48. Nasidhara navajrarchihi nataptayah kanarchishah tatha tikshna yata brahman trushneyam hrudi samsthita. अब देखो, very short. Toward the end we are coming. श्री राम जी थोड़ा सा और स्ट्रांग बन रहे हैं अपने एक्सप्रेशन में. Na asidhara. Dhara means sharpness, asi of the sword. The sharpness of the sharpened sword. Second, na vajra archihi. You know, mm, mm, mm. Na vajra archihi. Mm, uh, the sharp ends of the vajra is of the Indra. Then na tapta ayah kanarchishaha. Not like the sharp and highly heated, the iron thing, something, are not so piercingly painful like that Trishna. So the sentence is Yatha Tikshna Brahman Trishna. Hey Brahman, हे ब्रह्म स्वरूप विश्वामित्र जी, as much tikshna sharp is this trishna to pierce and give dukkha, is not these three things also. Which are those three? One, na asidhara, दी शार्प स्वॉर्ड वो काटता है, वो तो कितना दुख होता है, तीक्ष्ण होता है वो, उससे ज्यादा तृष्णा का तीक्ष्ण धारा है. सेकंड, द वज्रायुध ऑफ इंद्र, लग गया तो. और द कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द वज्रा, द डायमंड, दे से द शार्पनेस ऑफ डायमंड इज सो, ends of the diamond, diamond itself is the hardest of the thing, and its sharpness edges are so much, they can be used in cutting. Earlier time में डायमंड को यूज करके बॉडी काट के सर्जरीज करते थे. दे आर नॉट दो सीजर स्कालपेल्स एंड ऑल, तो वज्र से करते थे, मैंने सुना. So the edge of the Vajra also is not as तीक्ष्ण as Trishna. This edge of the sword, the sharpened, that also is not as तीक्ष्ण as this Trishna. Third one, Tapta Ayah Kada Archishaha. You know, Aya is iron. Kada means the sharp edges. Tapta, it is heated. You know, burning hot iron. Not the ball, but rod or any sharp needle type of thing. How much it has called the Tikshnata in it. More Tikshnata is there in Trishna. For what? Hrudi Samstita, which is staying in the heart, piercing us also, piercing others also, piercing and giving pain to the totality and creating imbalance in the totality. अब एक बंदे का एक तृष्णा ही इतना तबाह करती है, तो एक बंदे के इतने तृष्णाएं और इतने बंदों के इतने तृष्णाएं कितना खराब करेंगे दुनिया को, स्थूल और सूक्ष्म. what we see in front of us is this big world, that is an example. So नासिधारा न वज्रार्चिः न तप्ताय कणार्चिषः तथा तीक्ष्णा यथा ब्रह्मन् तृष्णा इयं हृदि संस्थिता. Okay, therefore, from the heart, the Trishna or Kamana has to be removed. Like in all our Upanishad we study, Kathopanishad, Yada Sarve Pramuchyante Kamaha Ye Asya Hrudi Sthitaha Atha Martyaha Amruta Bhavati Atra Brahma Samashnute. Gita second chapter, Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Manogatan Atmanieva Atmana Tushtaha स्थित प्रज्ञा तदा उच्यते. सो टू विहाय कामान्य सर्वान् पुमान् चरति निस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहंकारः स शांतिम अधिगच्छति. See that wonderful, everywhere we are taught. Only three things we have to do. First, understand with all example logics that the Trishna is Mahashatru. Second, therefore feel that that has to be removed. Then third one, from where it is coming, how it is coming, how it is removed. On that we can contemplate, then we will be able to find answers, solutions. Already they are given plenty of times, but we are not so serious and sincere in this pursuit. Therefore, we are not finding solution. आप प्रॉब्लम को प्रॉब्लम नहीं माना तो आप सॉल्यूशन के लिए क्यों ढूंढोगे? It's a problem. It's a major problem. It is every individual's problem, the collective total world's problem. It is that Trishna. When you accept it as problem, by logic, by examples, देख लो. एक दिन बिना कोई कामना तृष्णा का रहो, हाउ पीसफुल हैप्पी द माइंड इज. Ah, so recognize it, then wanting to get rid of it, then find the solutions where from it is coming. Therefore, avoid that root cause. It goes away. Already 10 times it is told. तृष्णा comes because of चिंता. विषय चिंतन से विषय तृष्णा बढ़ता है. भगवत चिंतन से यह चला जाएगा. You know, mind is one. So you destroy it by doing Vishaya Chinta and Trishna, or dissolve it in the divine experience through Bhagavad Chintana. Only two are there, na possibilities. Isn't it? Excellent it is. Now, next shloka. Ujjvala sita tikshnagra sneha dirghadasha para प्रकाशादाह दुस्पर्शा तृष्णा दीपशिखा इव. Now here compared with Deepashikha, the flame of the lamp, compared with 4 5 aspects of that are told. So too this Trishna Agni in us, Kamana Agni in us. First Ujjvala, Utjvala, Ujjvalita. In it the दाह शक्ति is so terrible ना. दिखता तो छोटा है वो लैंप का फ्लेम, और कुछ भी लगाओ धीरे धीरे पकड़ कर सब जला देगा वो. That is meaning of the Ujjvalata of the Dahaka Shakti in the Shikha of the Deepa. In the same way, one small Trishna for one thing is enough to burn the peace happiness of our mind. So Ujjvala of the Agni Shikha, Ujjvalata of the Trishna explained. Second one is ki Asita. Asita means black. Sita is white. Asita means that Kalika को create करता है कि नहीं. When that Agni के ऊपर आप हाथ लगा दो, your hand will becomes black. So too, this Trishna blackens our wisdom. The white wisdom is blackened. अज्ञानी बनाता है हमको, अज्ञान को दृढ़ करता है, अज्ञान में ही हमको रखता है. So Asita, then again Tikshna Agra. This the tip of that is what? Very, very Tikshna. So Tikshna Agra. Therefore, the movement of Tikshna Agra is what? Ujjvala is by itself is burning, hot. Agra is Tikshna means what? When by mistake the hand goes to that Agra Bhaga, it is so much uh, pain it gives to us of burning effect. Tikshna Agra hai. So Ujjvala, Asita, Tikshna Agra. Then Sneha Dirgha Dashapara. So because of the Sneha, that the oil, as much oil is there, so long will be there that Deepashikha. So that Sneha is attachment or our company with the world. This is very subtle thought, difficult to catch or accept or practice. The more the companionship we seek of the world, Sneha कहते हैं उसको ही attachment. One way is what? When we have Trishna, then that creates attachment to the source of fulfilling the Trishna. Obviously, everybody understands. Other thing is what? Sneha, when we are in company of the worldly things, even though innocently to begin with, slowly that creates Trishna. जैसे दो बात है ना, कुछ कामना हो गया, अब जाकर दुकान से खरीद के लाते हैं, और वस्तु ऑलरेडी घर में है तभी जाकर भी कामना होता है, because it is already there with us. So too, Sneha Dirgha Dashapara. Sneha means attachment, emotional longing. रहने दो, होने दो, चलने दो. As long as we do that na, so long. Again the same example of stupid Indians. क्या फर्क पड़ता है कौन है तो भी गवर्नमेंट में, चलने दो, मुझे तो खाने को मिल रहा है. और महाराज पूरा देश धर्म सत्यानाश हो रहा है, but these fellows doesn't want to think. And 50-60% तो they don't even vote. And city के लोग तो इतने irresponsible है. The highly so-called educated people working in ITs and all, earning lakhs of rupees per month, so lazy on the day of polling, even the holiday is given, they can't even go and put the vote. And so arrogantly they talk, irresponsibly. And they think they are doing great things to the world. I feel very pity. मैं जानता हूँ इसलिए कह रहा हूँ, आप भी जानते हो. Irresponsible. मेरे को क्या फर्क पड़ी है. In the same way, with small little gains we are in contact with the world, it creates Trishna. Sneha Dirgha Dashapara means as much we have the Sneha, so long Dirgha Kalataka, these Trishnas will be there to trouble us. Then Prakasha Adahat Usparsha means what? It looks to be Prakasha Yukta, very enchanting. But Sparsha, when you do the Sparsha, Adahat, it burns only. है ना, लाइक दी मौत, है ना, दैट मौत दो कीड़ा, अच्छा लगता है उसको दूर से देखने से अग्नि, It thinks it is touchable, lovable thing. But when it comes near the fire, वो स्पर्श से जल जाता है कि नहीं? In the same way, this Deepashika Rupi Trishna looks enchanting for the objects, but when you go and touch it, daha jali jata hai ungli. Prakasha dahadu sparsha Trishna in this way Deepashika iva. उज्ज्वल है, असित है, तीक्ष्णाग्र है, स्नेह दीर्घ दशा परा है, प्रकाशा दाह दुस्पर्श है. 5 things. Ujjvala Prakashaman. Asita darkness. Tikshnagra very sharp are its upper portions. Sneha Dirgadasha because of Sneha it goes for long time. Prakasha Prakashaman दिखता है very enchanting but go for it उस पर स्पर्श करो अदाहत मीन्स दहन कर देता है जलाता है. Therefore, don't get enchanted by the Deepashika like looking this Trishna and get burnt yourself by going for it like a moth. मौत की तरह जाके उसमें मौत नहीं करना पाना अपना. पतंग जो कहते हैं ना, those patangas, because of the light wherever they see, they go and they fall and they get burnt. आप रात में अब पूरा बिजली बंद करके कैंडल लगा दो, देखना बरखा में स्पेशली रेनी so many कीड़े come then they fall on it and they die. आजकल तो पता नहीं क्या होगा. इन आवर चाइल्डहुड एक लाइट डाल देते इतने आ जाते. कार हेडलाइट यू कैन सी नाइट टाइम व्हेन यू ट्रैवल. सुबह उठ के देखोगे ना अगर रात भर चला के ऑन दैट बॉनेट यू विल सी दीज मेनी ऑफ द कीड़े. बीच में कितने गिर गए वी डोंट नो. सो वी बिकम like the moth to get our mouth getting burnt in that Deepashika named Trishna. Good example, no? Fantastic it is. Now the last 3 shlokas. कि बहुत important it is. अपि मेरु समं प्राज्ञम अपि शूरम अपि स्थिरम तृणीकरोति तृष्णैका निमेषेण नरोत्तमम. थोड़ा पावरफुल श्लोक है ना. इसको ना 1 सेकंड में छोड़ कह के छोड़ने से पूरा मजा तृप्ति नहीं आता. अपि मेरु समम प्राज्ञम. Somebody is as tall and as strong as Meru Parvat. His prajna is as strong as Meru. Meru samam prajnam. Tajjayat prajnaloka. Abhi Meru samam prajnam. Then Abhi Shuram. Other one is very Shuravira. Many obstacles come. He has such a Shaurya in him that he will be able to destroy them. Second example. Abhi Sthiram. The one who is so sthira in his firmness of commitments or vows or the rules regulations स्थिर है वो डिसिप्लिन्स में निर्णयों में प्रतिज्ञाओं में. तो मेरु सम इन प्राज्ञा एंड शूर then अपि स्थिरम firmly rooted in his own commitments and some of the convictions. Even such powerful people को भी this Trishna eka, this one Trishna, Nimeshena, even moment also, to that Narottamam, to that great Nara, Uttama, human being ko, Tuni Karoti, like a blade of grass, ukhad deta hai. Now I need to explain it a little more. That's why you know how much our great we are. Our greatness is there as long as we don't ask anybody anything. The moment some Trishna comes in your heart, and for the fulfillment of it, when you ask anyone little bit also, in front of them we become as small as a truna blade of grass. Smallest example, when you ask your grandson, beta ek gilas pani lao, he will look at you like a truna only. You just imagine it. He will look at it as truna. Not that he feel, मैं दादाजी ने मेरे को पानी मांगा, मैं उनको पानी देकर मैं धन्य हो जाऊंगा. He look at you, go and get old man. With so much anger he brings and throws on the face. That is meaning of Trunikaranam. Ghas, blade of grass we become. See the attachment of Dasharatha to Kaikeyi. Blade of grass he became उखाड़ के फेंक दिया उसने कहा send Rama to jungle, give Raja to Bharat. Such a Raja of 12,000 years old or whatever 9,000, such a king, great सम्राट चक्रवर्ती तृणीकार का हो गया उनका. How much कितना नचाया वह कैकेयी ने. Read वाल्मीकि रामायण. Very important thought. In this way, being that infinite self inside, we are living the life in our life, humiliated, insulted by the whole world, like a blade of grass, because of this तृष्णा in us. बड़े बड़े लोग तृष्णा के लालच में घास पत्ती की तरह उखड़ जाते, उड़ जाते, कुंदला डालते हैं, मतलब they are crushed like a blade of grass. Among all slokas, this 50th one I believe to be more stronger, to be understood by us. As long as we have no trishna, no demand from anyone, no demand, no dependency, we are gambhira like Meru Parvata and all. The moment trishna comes and is बन गए एक पत्ता घास का. तृणीकरोति, तृणीकरणम. So live life like Raja. I don't want anything. Bas, for my survival, what is minimum required? I pray to the God, it will come from some source. The two ways of Trunikaranam is, one is we told now, in front of the world, we become blade of grass. Ask for little money, they look at you like. The another Trunikaranam is, the infinite Brahman self has become a small jiva identified with a perishable body of 50, 60, 70 साल and also of 6 feet, 5 feet, 5.5 feet, बस तृण हो गया वो तो. Compared to our essential infinite nature of being self, this is a truna only, no? Truna praya ho gaya. So truni karoti trushnayaka nimishena narottamam. In one moment, the Uttama Nara also made into truna just by this trishna. Two more are there, but 10 minutes lega wo. I have no 10 minutes today. Kal karke, we will do the chanting also of the next whole prakara, 18th sarga. और उसका हम थोड़ा हम अध्ययन भी शुरू करेंगे. थैंक यू. विल स्टॉप इट टुडे. One more day. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमः विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति. ओम दाशरथाय विद्महे सीताय तन्नो मंगलं गुरुदेवाय मने गुणात्मने. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि समस्त ब्रह्मर्षि ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. समस्त ऋषि गुरुदेवतागण की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. समस्त श्रुति स्मृति पुराण शास्त्र की जय. नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम. अम्बे आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय. This shloka again and two more we'll take in 10-15 minutes. We do the chanting, then we do the study depending on the time available. Kalko, don't miss, dear friends. Thank you. Join in 5 minutes for Shiva Andalari in Hindi.